And welcome back to the finale week. Okay, so don't hit any buttons yet.
I'm not?
Okay. No, I was just letting you know because you still need to read
Oh,
this.
okay. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in the court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I already told you I can. What you told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I'm finally figuring it out. Who it is you're hiding behind those words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convicted, you know something.
Convinced.
You know something. No one can pursue you otherwise. Thick-head is the term he believes I used. I believe.
Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Now it's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story.
Yay!
Finally! God.
We tried to do this last week, but oh well. Keep it quiet.
I have to admit, I have more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there's no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What? God.
Do you want me to take her? So that...
No, I got it. Just the words like fuck.
Intriguing.
What an intriguing motion. A certain infidelity, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have preceded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? On the one I'm supposed to be so frightened of? What is this person's name? Damon Grant.
Damon Gant.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Guy? Mr. Wright, are you addressing the chief prosecutor? Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to pull the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a little bit more about the circuit system? I just went to another one, didn't check it off. We are partners until 2 years ago. I respect him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth would be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, there were serious offenses. Why is it that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forge. The only part who could have possibly investigated that evidence was me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other. Damon Grant.
Yeah, Damon Gant.
Damon Gant. If you insist in accusing Chief Gant, you need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant false evidence in this case. Oh, okay. If I remember correctly, the vase.
No. The other evidence list that we found. The one that was in his desk. That one.
I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this strip of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the 6L9 incident. The person conceals evidence is none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? touchy.
Touche.
Touche.
Touche!
Shut up. Touche, Mr. Wright. As you surmised, I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it meant being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't really expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate in the murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say, follow orders? Yes, that's more accurate than cooperated.
Orders.
Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day.
I need you to dispose of the Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of my Edgeworth car.
Just as I suspected. Despite that everyone's believes, you are not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take care of the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk was broken. I discovered the murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, was the knife stuck in it? The knife from the inside was a serial killer, Joe Dark knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
And that's where the repeatedly stabbing him comes from Angel Star.
That would be
taking
Edgeworth's
that knife out and stabbing another one in.
Okay. Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended it, cutting up my hand. And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand. Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoe as well. And then she saw me, just as I plunged the knife into Miss Star. Sorry. Why did you need to hide Darker's knife so badly?
It's just Darks.
Sorry, Darks.
The E is silent. Like the killer.
Well, for a while. It took a lot of work to finally close Dark's case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't even want to do it. I never wanted to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that whatever means possible. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in Joe Dark's case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't know anyone to focus to know
On the
about
force
this.
to know.
About. That's what explained why Emma was so conflicted about Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from the Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jack Marshall. To Marshall? Why was you called him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust, or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that I spoke to him. He went off on an explanation of his own. Oh, you mean not wanting the case to die? He decided to take things in his own hands.
And that's why he did the Detective Goodman stunt.
Yeah. Disguised as Officer Goodman to try to steal the evidence. He had only stolen the ID card, but it seems he still didn't make up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, many remaining doubts that he might have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. Can we talk to... Thank you. Sorry.
I like that too, though.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you earned my respect, Mr. Wright. Both a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Ha!
Tomorrow's court is only one day to deliver off Luna's demons. I got to get to the bottom of everything. Tiff Goodman reveals murder. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago?
To be continued.
Right
now.
Yeah, it's fucking safe.
Yeah, that took a whole 10 minutes.
Yeah. Alright.
February 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
Final day.
Time is relevant.
This is defendant lobby is alright, but there's no defendant. Been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where should she be? And where's Emma, for the matter? It almost seems as if...
Something been happening behind the scene.
Edgeworth!
Oh, that was Edgeworth.
Edgeworth!
Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 777777 ID number is.
That's one too many sevens.
I'm not, was it?
Yeah. I think. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out.
You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt on this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
True. Not yet.
In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. On the defendant, 5 minutes after the trial starts, Lana will be found guilty.
But she didn't do it.
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say.
This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way I'm ever gonna know the truth is to draw it out of her.
The truth?
Even though everything goes back to this SL9 incident.
Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past.
That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened.
I'll think about it.
Edgeworth's play. Curiosity.
See you in court, right?
Edgeworth's like, I want to know too now. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now.
February 25th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9.
9!
9!
Order is now in session for the trial of Miss Luna Sky. Lana Sky, sorry. I watched
Not
too many.
Luna.
Sorry, too much My Little Pony, my bad. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Normally, it's when the prosecutor puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Chief Gant? Oh no.
Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Udgy. Been back to the pool yet?
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in work.
Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wanted to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Oh, you cheeky bastard.
He ordered her.
Well, remember, he got Emma yesterday.
Yeah. So, he's holding Emma hostage right now.
Sorta, kinda. I mean, he's a police chief. He can't actually hold her hostage, but, you know.
Yeah.
If you don't do as I say, I'll tell her the truth. And it will destroy her.
Yeah.
What's this all about, defendant?
I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Well then, what is your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an
Immediate.
immediate end to this trial.
Huh?
I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No! Lana!
No, Lana! Lana!
You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claims does not changes the defendant's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. But Lana! Your Honor, I hereby forbid my rights to attorney. The prosecutor may lack direct evidence against me. But in this successful proven, in this case, through testimony and consumer evidence,
Circumstantial.
I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well, the defendant clearly has the right to
Representation.
representation. Request is legally valid, therefore it is a... Oh my god.
Although this is an
Unprecedented
unprecedented.
situation. Indeed, it appears there is no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
This can't be happening! This is bullshit!
It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. The court finds this defendant...
Objection!
Yes, Edgeworth!
One moment, Your Honor.
Thank you.
But Mr. Edgeworth!
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Thank you.
Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Oh, sorry.
This is you.
I don't want to have them have the same voice. So. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut?
Fuck you.
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
Oh.
What?
Well, he's resigning.
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
You did almost the exact same you did exactly the same
Sorry,
voice.
I'm trying to do like,
Different, yeah,
the
I know.
Splendiferous!
Yeah.
I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh? To whom?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony.
Mr.
Mrs. Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth! I'm exerting my right to self-reposition. I don't think we need to continue...
I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Very well. The court shall grant the prosecutor's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant?
Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Oh, where are you going?
Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand.
Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the what?
Reins.
Horse by the reins.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation, I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dog of the Joe Dog killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Mr. Usher, please remind the trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. It's an incident that we resolved 2 years ago, really all that relevant.
Yes, it most certainly is.
Well, okay then. sure gave in fast.
Now,
Sorry.
please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago.
Trip to yesteryear has finally begun.
Let's
Shh. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial.
let's
No.
the time
No.
won't
No.
begin.
No.
It's too late.
Fuck
Before it started 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
You're a shithead.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
This is a good sign you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However,
Please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth.
what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor.
You got to admit he's
Admire
his
him.
courage, convinced there's no evidence.
Very well. The defendant may begin the cross-examination.
All right, number 4. Got it.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. Man came running in
2,
and took me hostage. Neil
3.
Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instance.
Press.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Jark, and then the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute.
If it was a pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then the lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
Detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of that case.
This is Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hugh Moore.
Of course. It's like, why would you stop her now?
Yeah. Did you speak with Dr. Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
A picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Have you heard enough? Ask about the picture.
Of course.
Just picture the witness drew. I believe it was a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
witness, would you mind if we address this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor.
I drew a picture of that scene, but it seems to be lost. No, we have it!
No, give me a moment. Let's see.
It's behind the evidence
More
thing.
about the picture, but never received revises your statement.
Okay. Okay, so present the first evidence list. Before you select it,
Hold on, I gotta go find it.
well, there's 2 of them.
Well, that's the only one.
Check it. Or, no, select that one. A, check it. R.
I'm trying to. I just want to hit present. Make sure you click. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah. Present that one.
Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet it's not a daily existence.
Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
That may be.
That may well be.
But this doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
This is the evidence list.
From the 609 incident?
SL9.
Sorry. Place it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Oh! What's this?
Yes, Oh, this is
Oh.
you. Sorry.
Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew. Rob.
Indeed. Too manipulated to be wrestling here.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Me?
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list.
Huh? The list, they're different from each other.
What?
It would appear that Mr. Edwards, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. There are two lists, filled
Fit
together for one form. You can see the marking here that they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half the evidence in this case will ever reached you.
In that case, ever reached you. What? What?
Yep. Order! Order! Who would have thought the piece would have been drawn on the back of the list?
That was handed to Detective Goodman in questioning... that was handed to Detective Goodman in the questioning room?
Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor! Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bursting from your head! If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more on the drawing on the back of Edgeworth's list.
Hmm?
See, that's quite
Conceivable.
Mr. Edgeworth.
It's possible. Let's see.
It seems, is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Oh god. Oh god.
Sorry, Your Honor.
He's like, motherfucker!
There is something drawn on the back of my list. This is that thing! It all makes...
That thing? That thing is dancing in the evidence room.
Apparently, the head of the criminal affairs used this for his blueprint.
I guess he was a scrap piece of paper.
The evidence list has been updated.
Oh my god, why is that? Okay. Well, very well, witness. Will you please testify about the picture you drew 2 years ago?
Huh? Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she saw that picture.
And we will continue this tomorrow.
Alright.
Bye, guys.
Bye.